Ah, yes, a nice rainy cold day, so we might as well work on this some more. I got a lot of stuff I could do, but it would be a lot easier if it wasn't raining for that. So let's plug away at this and see if we can't get it closer to driving. And we're gonna get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver, man. This here 550 diesel has been living in this hole for a long time. Let's see if it won't run. It's a cold day. Let's see if we can make it live. Just out of curiosity's sake. Oh, don't start stuff like that now. 550. But it's okay. Comes right to life. So that's good. It stayed pretty well where we left it. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working in this area, which is not going to be much fun. And I forgot, actually. I'm pretty sure the tachometer is stuck, and I don't have one anyway, so I think that's something that he could probably address. So there's that. But my main concern today is going to be quiet. You idle so beautifully. My main concern today is going to be wiring and that sort of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. So he sent along this, which should be a negative ground gauge, which is how I have it wired up right now. So that's good. And then also somewhere around here, I've got some more stuff. I'm just so happy to hear it run. I mean, and it runs so pretty on top of that. It's thrilling, friends. We do need to bolt the fuel tank down somewhere along this adventure, and probably sooner than later, because we will also have to bolt that buzzer up here eventually. Here should be a brand new wiring harness I bought, because there was so much cobbling on this wiring that it was basically not worth it for me to even attempt it, you know? It would just be better to put a new one on and be done with it. What else? This should be a stop cable. There might be two in there. I must have ordered one for myself and then wonder what I don't have one on that I needed one for. That's handy. Thanks, past me, because I was just thinking the other day I need one. What else? Well, this is the key switch that was with it, and I don't like that because it's not an Oliver key switch. So I need to check and make sure that I got a new one of those. I'll have to look in my stash of stuff, because it looks like I did not order one. And, oh, did I already put it in? I must have already put it in. Okay, that's even better too. Past me was really thinking. All right. I hate to shut it off because it's just I like to listen to it. It just makes me happy. All right, shut you down. Oh, yes. All right. So that is beautiful and wonderful, and it makes me so happy that it's finally going again. And it makes me happy that the steering box does not appear to be gushing any fluid. I mean, I think that anything that's laying on it is just stuff that was there from when I filled it, because I was kind of sloppy when I filled it. But we're good, friends, I think. I think we're ready to try some wiring here. It's not going to be fun. Don't kid yourself, because we got to work through this opening, which ain't much. We got to see what we're going to do. Oh, we don't have the... we got to look at the old one and see what we got in the form of lights. We got to reuse the lights. Okay. Whoop. So this project might have got more difficult now. That's okay. This is the harness that does the illumination of things, and then we got to reuse these short sections that do, I'm pretty sure we do, unless the new harness comes with it. I doubt that it does, but it's a nice thought, ain't it? They sent us a copy of the wiring diagram from the shop book. That's so nice of them. All right, we do need to do some research here, though. I don't have... I'm going to need more bulbs, and I don't know. I probably have some somewhere if I just knew where to look. But then again, why deplete my stock when I could just get some from town and go? We'll take one along maybe here in a little bit and find something that... It's a 57. We'll have to look up on the old NAPA website here and see if 57 crosses to something. Let's see here. Interchange 57. 11, 57. Here we go. Miniature bulb 57N. It shows they don't have any, but that's not always true. And I might actually have some. I'll have to go. I might go here in a second and see. Then what we got here is we're going to have to take, we need this one and we need this one, because we need those things for our future self. We need... We might actually get something done here. Believe it or not. It might actually happen. Oh, now the phone's going again. So that can only mean one thing. Something crazy is probably about to happen. And our schedule will be all thrown off for the day. Nope. Talking about my phone bill going to be paid on the 10th of November or something, so I don't know why it's letting me know that now. I mean, like, I'm using the line wrench to do this job because that's what was here handy. So that one there. All right, I almost feel like I want to order him a tachometer and everything so that would be totally done in there. But then again, do we go down that rabbit hole of sadness? The nice thing would be that the place where it drives the tack would then be sealed up as well. So that would be the benefit of said action, you know, if I do that. But that is neither here nor there. Now these, as if I didn't say that already, you can either get them in positive or negative ground, and that's important. So you need to know what you got. And this one says negative on it. It's actually stamped on the thing, and that's good to know, because I don't think it'll work for you if you do the thing wrong. And basically this is like 4 things in one. You have 2 actual gauges in it, and then you have 2 warning lamps. So one of them is amp and one is oil of the lights, and then you got the temperature gauge and you got a fuel gauge. And I think I got all of the other things put in, so it should just be a matter of doing this. But I need to check, because I was thinking, and sure enough it is, for whatever reason the dashes are not big enough to accept the gauge. So that blows the Knudsen. So we got to do a little grind work on this hole to get that out of there, or get it where we can drop it in. So this one, the gauge is too big to go in the hole. The other ones, if I remember right, they take a trim adapter ring, because that hole, these are smaller than the hole. So get your act together, people. I don't know what the deal is, but see, that's not even going to remotely go. We got to get some grinding done. So I will go grab the little burr bit. The steering wheel's still loose, so I could pop that off again out of our way. Then we can work in here, get that hole opened up a little bit where we can put the gauge in. I'll look and see if I got bulbs, and then we can slowly but surely make some progress on this. Then of course here we've got our wiring harness stuff, and I would assume that this one is for lights. We'll have to read, yeah, because it's got a blue one on it, so I would say that it is. But then this one is going to be our main diesel wiring harness. There's not much to a diesel wiring harness, so yeah. And we might ought put our stop cable in right away too, because that'll be one of the easiest things we can do. I don't really know where I don't remember where there was a clamp for holding back on it. You know what I mean? There needs to be one somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's on the side of the block. Gotcha. It fed along the block, I remember now, and then goes to there. And that's going to be a trick, friends, because you can see how good we can get to it, you know. But there's really no way to do it other than this way. So I think probably we put the screw head up, and then we'll be able to get it. I think we'll be able to get it, friends. Don't worry. We'll get it. Let me go grab that burr bit thing and whatever else I said. Look and see if I have bulbs, and then we'll try to make some more progress. All right, yes on burr bit, no on that other thing I was gonna do. Bulbs. I had one bulb and no. So I'll just go get some new ones. I also need to find a nut for this, because the Oliver place did not have a nut like that. So that might be something that somewhere in town would have something or other. All right, I like how the birds had to leave me their presents right here in the work area. Thanks, birds. That always makes me smile. You see, what's happening here is the dash is all, it was covered with oil from that steering column leaking, because he said that what was going on was it was pouring oil out of the top of the steering column. And it's no wonder, friends, if you don't remember when we looked at it, that shaft was garbage at the bottom, and somebody had tried wrapping stuff around to try to give it a better sealing surface. Well, that wasn't going to work. Did not work. So anyway, it's good now. Now all we have to do is gently, this is going to be a trick with a drill. Oh boy. Wow, that was, I never like doing that. That is so disturbing to me, because it just breaks my brain to have to grind on a tractor like that. Need to get some compressed air or something and blow that junk out of there now, but let's do a test fit now. Not even close. Not even close. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's close. It just needs some more. Oh, I hate it. Please be about there, so I don't have to keep up this horrid thing I'm doing. I know I got it too much already. It got away from me. Well, I don't like it, friends. I don't like it at all. And I might be digging out another dash, because I don't know that I'm happy with that, which really sucks, because oh, that's a lot of work to do all that. Alright, I think this is going to be fine. There's a little bit of a place where I got a little too far, but I don't think average person will notice it. I guess if he complains, I might just give him another dash anyway, and then he can, if he has it restored ever, they could do spectacular things. But yeah, that really sucks. I mean, but what's a guy gonna do? I hate doing that. I don't have a good way to do it, you know? Oh my. What a hassle, friends. What a hassle. Have I told you how much I hate this tractor? I just hate it. Every time I do something to this, it gets even worse than the time before. I'm over it. I'm just not going to look at that. I'm not happy with what I just did. It's good enough, but it's not good enough for me. I'm not happy with the fitment of that. I could have got it tighter, and I just feel like if somebody's paying for it, it should be better than that. 99% of people aren't going to notice any problem with it, but I don't know. I'm just going to walk away. I'll give him that yellow dash, and he can have that for if he ever restores it. They can do whatever they got to do. I'm over it. So, that being said, let's walk away and let's do something else that's not related to that part of it, because I am super ticked now. I'm not exactly sure here what my wiring situation is. I made those new wires right away just so I had some way to run it, because I first thought this was going to be a quick and easy project. Oh, how foolish I was in those days. I didn't realize it was going to be massive sadness. So I made some new wires to replace ones that were junk, and now we're going to take those totally off of here and forget it. And so, I don't know. I thought this was going to I thought today it was going to be simple, but it's not. It's going to be a struggle of sadness. And the longer I think about it, well, no, I'm not doing that. I am not changing that dash. I'll give him another one, and he can do that if he wants to paint it. Because I'm done. I shouldn't even do this. I should just hand him a pile of parts and say, take her back. Do what you want. I've had enough. Put this on there for now. We'll have to have this back off in a minute to get the new one on. We'll have to take this off. Alright. Old wiring, delete. Do we want to do wiring? No, let's not do that. That's got the potential for sadness. Let's wait a minute on that. Let's unfurl our stop cable, which is going to require a lot of plastic winding. I guess you could hack it with a knife, but I don't want to cut the insulation too. So I always just sit here and unwind it, because that might be the better thing in the long run. I just don't know, I tell you. Oh, we're gonna struggle. Uh-oh. We must have lost electricity, right? Okay, well that's great. Now it's back. I'll need to go to the house and see what, if I had anything, if I had anything running that's now not running. This is probably longer than I need, and I'll have to cut it to length, because I think I just ordered one for like a 1650, because that's what you do, friends. Let's get her fed in there, and see if we can make that happen, because that's going to be it's going to be an ordeal. Don't worry, because you got to go a bunch of ways. Man, this sucks. Oh, you. Come on, now, you don't have to do that. Okay. Let's pull this out this away, if possible, for now, because we'll have to do our cutting. Yeah, okay. Alright, maybe you can do it. Can you see what I'm doing? I gotta try to reach through there somehow and tighten that up. It's almost impossible, because when they made a 550, they didn't think about you having to work on it. I mean, they made it the most difficult possible with this way they did this body styling. I wish they would have made this like the Fiats and made this about 3 pieces that bolted on every which way, because then you could take off a bunch of it and you could get to anything you needed to get to without this. Oh, this is stupid. I can just barely hold the wrench. I can't get my hand closed around it, and then arthritis and carpal tunnel and all that stuff is kicking in here. And I don't have a lot of squeeze power in this position. I'm just about ready to say forget it. That's good enough. But I thought one more tighten and do it. Oh, 550. That should be a swear word after we're done. Now, you probably can't see because it's dark. 550 shadows you see. Let's put that there. That might help with the camera. But I gotta get this clamped to the block in some way or shape or form into there. Otherwise, every time you pull the thing, it'll just keep it'll do not the thing you want to do. And I also, again, always don't have the right tool with me, which should be a 7/16 deal, which is right behind me. I could just get one, but it's the idea. Okay. Oh, it's tight. Here I foolishly thought that I had it loose and it would just cooperate, but no. It's not gonna go. I'm struggling, man. I am struggling. I know if I take it all the way out, I'll have a struggle bus to get it started again. So I'm trying desperately not to do that thing. I also have to be mindful of I have to be mindful of the back half of this and make sure it's not in too much of a bind, because that could be a potential problem. I mean, it is tucked in here, friends, and I don't like that. I think I need to give her a loop through there or something, but see, that's, oh, whoops. Oh, now I ate the Knudsen. Come on. It'll go. I thought I'd give it some slack, but it appears it doesn't want any kind of slack. It wants to play the most difficult possible. I think it'll be fine until it doesn't. It'll be fine till the throttle rod eventually wears a hole in it, and then it's gonna be a problem. But it'll be out of here by that time, so I don't know. Maybe that's why I ordered two, because I thought the first one wouldn't last. I don't know. But why not? Why not struggle bust this? I wonder when I'm going to twist off this bolt. That's the next adventure that I foresee. Alright. Is that in there? Yep, it's in there. Okay. Now, what I have to do, I'm going to have to get me something that'll cut a cable. And I think first I'll cut it somewhere in this neighborhood here, just so I have a more manageable piece. And then what I got to do is pull the core out of it, and then cut the outer tube so that I got a way to, you know, the thing. I got to have a piece of wire sticking out like this so that I can hook it to that pump. And yeah, so the cable's too long, so you got to make it. I'm not going to wind up like 3 feet of extra cable. I'm just going to cut it off and be done with it. So somewhere in this neighborhood, I think, would be adequate. That's probably plenty. And then I will pull the core out, and you'll see that. And let me just get the stuff and do it, you know? Oh, I think today I need to just walk away from this tractor, because it's getting worse the longer I mess with it today. It's not playing nice. See, what you're going to want to do is get the worst pair of pliers you got. And you're going to want to... Alright, now I got to pull the center out so that we don't accidentally cut it. And we actually have to be back to like in this neighborhood here. Well, this is terrible. No. Okay. Now, how did we do? Well, we did good enough that we can't reach anything. Okay. It's gonna go. I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm getting so frustrated right now that I just don't care. I mean, this is supposed to be a simple, easy little project. Putting a cable on, and it is now turning into a disaster because I can't. Oh my gosh, friends, now come on. There's no room to get anything in here. Can I get my fingers in there enough to get that started? Come on. I don't even know if that screw's loose. Maybe the other one didn't. Did it have a stop cable on it? I don't remember. I thought it did. Maybe that screw's not loose. But we want that to go through, which it's not doing, so that tells me that maybe it's not loose. In which case, how's Ross gonna get this tightened? I don't know. Or loosened. I don't know. Can I go from underneath? Maybe it would work better to go down with it. It's gonna all be done by feel. No, I don't like that. Oh, the struggles, people. You just don't know. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you deal with when you're trying to work on stuff for somebody. Let's try 2 screwdriver method. Can I get that in there? I just want to make sure it's loose. Now come on. God bless America. Oh, friends, the rooster sounds are about to start. See, there's no good way to do anything in here. Like, I can't turn anything. I can't. All I can do is get it there. I'm not convinced that that is really that's really open. It could be, but doesn't act like it. Acts like that screw's down too far, and so we're gonna fight it, is what's gonna happen. We're gonna struggle bust it. There, I turned it tighter. Why can't I turn it looser? That should be hand loose, and it's not playing out that way. See, this is the kind of thing I'm gonna wrap up 45 minutes in putting this simple cable in this hole, all because that screw doesn't want to loosen easily. It's loose, but it's not loose enough that I can seem to get it what I need. I'm about ready to just throw in the towel. Tell him to come get it, and I'll give him a huge discount, because I'm over it. This is just nonsense. That looks like that should be enough to get out of there. Or to get that cable to go through there. And it's not letting it go there. There. Did it finally do it? Okay. Now, this is going to be a trick, because we need to figure out where loose is. Nope. Okay. Now that's where... Oh, how did I get myself into that? That's where it needs to be tightened down in order for the cable to work correctly. So, can I get in there? Nope, that's not going to work. Now we're going to have to start all over here in a second, because I'm sure that messed her all up. It's not going to it. It's got to be all the way on. That is all the way on. Okay, why is that doing that? Did it pull out of there part way? Let's go. Let's tighten up. Let's make sure we're good to go. There's a good bite. All right, I'm convinced that will hold her now. Is it all the way on? Yes. All the way off? Yes. On? Yes. Off? Yes. All right. That struggle bus of sadness has passed. Now we're ready for this struggle bus. Wiring. Let's unfurl. Obviously, this end goes here. Oh, the pink one is for our safety switch, which I don't think this one has that anymore. It has the switch, but it doesn't have the pieces to actuate the switch. So we're gonna have to do something there. And then let's think about this. What's this white wire? Probably if a guy would look at the actual thing, he would know what goes where. These go to the key switch. I know that much. Alright. Where's my white and my blue wire? That's what I don't know. Starter switch, yeah, we got that. Brown, water temperature sender, I know that. Dark blue goes to the oil sender, but that won't. Something about this doesn't. That doesn't work. That won't reach around there. That won't reach to the oil sender. So what is this? Brown and white. Brown should be up to the gauge cluster, and it should be the temperature gauge, which that plays out right. The white one, what's the white one? The white one goes down that side too. What does it go to? Something ain't kosher here. Oh, is there a fuse box? No, that's missing and supposed to be. The blue one. I'm puzzled on the blue one, friends. Because I got here's our charging harness. And what I'm wondering is, did somebody put the wrong ends on these? Because the blue has one of these on it. And I'm wondering if this is supposed to plug into that, because there's no blue at the key switch. And here I have orange. Orange should be the battery wire, which goes to the starter. Pink should be the starting wire, so those two go to the key switch. But then the blue is what I'm not getting here. The blue, there's a blue and a white one, and I'm not sure what they're supposed to do. Blue and a white one. That don't add up in American terms. So this little end's going to go up in here somehow or another, and that's going to fix up some of our stuff. Except I don't know about the blue and the white one. I don't really understand what they're hanging out for. Unless the blue one, no, that wouldn't work out either. I'm not sure, friends, on that. Let's take inventory of what else I got here. Regular red, orange, cigarette lighter. See, I thought maybe that was supposed to be for the cigarette lighter, but it doesn't go the right direction to go where it would need to go. It doesn't come out, it comes out lower. I don't know. I know these go to the generator, because we got purple, red, and yellow, and those three all go up there. This blue one goes to the temperature sender, or the oil pressure sender, and then all of this comes out on the other end and goes to, let's see, these three. The red one goes to the key switch. That's good. The yellow one goes to the light switch, which I don't know if I have. Yeah, I have one here somewhere. The yellow one goes to the light switch. And then the purple one. No, I have a black one. Where's this black one go? Oh, cluster gauge and buzzer. Okay, so cluster gauge and buzzer. So I need more wires off of... I got you now. I got you. Forgot something we did earlier. So, the purple wire is for the amp gauge. So it's going to plug into one of these things we salvaged up here. Yeah, see, that one's purple. So it's going to plug into this bulb, see? So that it goes, and that's going to be right. Then the other one, the blue, okay, it's going to plug into this. So I need to get a plastic sleeve for it. That ain't no problem. And then this will pull out of here. Oh, well, that is going to be a problem because those are two like ends. So I need to leave that in there. And then this one will go on there like that. That'll work. Purple we got taken care of. Black is going to go to this buzzer, but it also goes to the, where does it go? It goes to this gauge somewhere, because there's black on the key switch. It goes to the accessory on the key switch, which sends power up to the battery for to run the fuel gauge, and then we need to jumper it over. So I might need that. Is there a jumper on the Let's see if there's a jumper on that old gauge that would go from one to the other, wherever I put it. Yeah, okay, well, so this, I need two. This will also plug into that black one. Gotcha. So that black one, and then I need this jumper wire to go between the two of them, the two batteries, and that sends power up to the hot side of this, and that'll fix that problem. So then that would account for that would account for everything in this harness. I know where it goes. But this other harness, I got a mystery or two yet, and I haven't figured that out quite, because there's obviously something. Oh, well, if you want to do something, just go ahead and throw it all to the ground, you know? Why do the right thing? What I'm not accounted for here is this blue and this white wire that are coming out of the harness, and they go to, the blue goes to the key switch, and the white goes up to the, is the white just a ground? Is that what it's supposed to be? And it goes up to the gauge cluster as well. See, I'm confused about that one. And that might be another thing for this old thing to tell us. Is there a ground? No, I don't see that. Okay. So the verdict's out on these two. I'm not really sure what's happening with them. I don't have a dark blue. I thought maybe this went to supply power to the light switch, because that says light blue, but that's not true, because it's going to get its power from the yellow from the generator. So I'm not sure about that. Oh, it does. These go to the light switch because the white one runs the cluster lights. So that makes sense. Those go up to the dash. Okay, so the white one has to go to, it shows it going to a fuse box, but I don't have a fuse box, so we might have to put one in. And then the thing that I'm puzzled still on is this blue one. I don't know why, if it gets its power from the yellow, why do I have a blue wire that goes from the key switch and then it goes down here to the fuse block? That's the one that's puzzling. Unless this blue wire is an accessory wire that goes to the cigarette lighter through a fuse box, which I don't have, which is possible. And that might be what it is. I think I'm getting her figured out, friends. It's just one of those things, you know? You gotta sort out all the little details, and then you'll be good to go. Alright, I'm sure that was boring, but it's about school bus time, and I'm about out of SD card, and I'm about out of battery on the camera, so, yeah, I guess I'll bring you back here after I go to town and get some supplies. I need to get some bulbs before we start, because you gotta put them in before you bolt the gauge down, or you're never gonna get, I mean, look at this. It's so crammed up in there. Once I put this in, I mean, you ain't gonna see up in there. You're not gonna stick a wrench up in there to tighten. You're gonna have to just do the thing, friends. Do the thing. I'm really bummed at myself on that dash, though. I could have done a better job. That sucks. But nevertheless, like I said, I'll give him a complete new dash, and if he ever restores it, he can deal with that then, because he'll want to take it off and clean that up and paint it and whatever. I'm just getting it functional now, and we're going to send her down the road. Okay, friends. Well, the struggle bus is not without its, you know, regular stopping point here because it hit us pretty hard. Town, and now I'm trying to do two things at once here. Come out of there. Town did not have any of those bulbs. But fear not, I dug around in my stash and I did find a box that had some in it. So I'll have some to replace that. Also, I just realized that I did not change camera batteries when I came out here. So that's gonna die and not gonna work. I did find this in town and I hope this is gonna work. The other one was so mangled I couldn't get anything to screw into it all the way. But that appears like that's correct. So we got one thing going for us now. And the only thing we don't have going for us here is still, I don't understand what I'm missing here on that blue wire, you know? The blue wire would almost have to go. Does the blue wire go to the light switch? Is that why? That really goes to the light switch now and we don't use the yellow wire, which I'm not understanding, you know, what I'm saying. Like generators, a lot of times, the yellow wire goes to tell the gizmo to do the thing. And I just don't like going to that light switch, which should be laying here somewhere. Light switch, where are you? I have one somewhere, maybe. And if not, I guess I know where I can rob one from. I got a new one on that junkyard tractor. But that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if that blue wire is really meant to go to the yeah, it's either that or it's meant to go to a fuse block, which I do not have, you know, in which case I need to put one in somewhere. And what that would do is that would let I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, perhaps it would go to like the cigarette lighter up here, because this tractor actually has a cigarette lighter. Doesn't look like it works or it's safe, but I'm wondering if that's where that wire was intended to go. So yeah, I mean, let's plug away at this, friends. I don't know. I mean, something's got to happen. It's just going to be a struggle bus to get everything tucked away. I mean, when we get that finally screwed in there like it's supposed to be, there is just no room between it and everything else. So we have to be very particular about how we tighten our stuff down, or we're going to have a lot of sadness. And I'm not really sure how I want to go about this really yet. I'm thinking that what I want to do first is put this harness on, which goes over to the other side of the tractor. And then that will be, because a lot of this is going to go up here to where we're working for our stuff. And so if we put that on, I don't know, I just kind of felt like that was going to be more along the lines of what we really needed, because we're going to have the purple to the amp gauge. We're going to have that mysterious black wire now that I don't know where it goes. Oh, the black wire that goes to the key switch, feeds power. And then see, these three wires will go to the key switch, red, and then the yellow will actually go to the light switch. But the black and the red one go to the key switch. And then we can start to lay out our setup here. Our light switch, I think, goes over in that one. So I might need to go get the light switch. I thought I had one here, laying here for it. And I guess I am wrong again. What a shocker, friends. We also have that fuel sending unit, which he sent along, so we should put that on. It's thinning down. I mean, I have to say, our box of stuff is getting a lot less. but it's still not zero. So, ooh, I'm struggling. I may need to walk away from this for tonight because it's just not it's just not making me happy, you know. And I feel like we don't want to make any stupid mistakes and then screw up any progress we made now because we're getting frustrated. It would make more sense to just walk away and do this another day. But yeah, you're down to 3% battery too, so that's not very good. I was really hoping to have this where I could have a video done so that this would be, I could leave this at a good stopping point. Let's see what we got here. Okay, they are screw terminals. That's good. And it appears that, okay, I've got one screw, or no, I got them both. They're both in the magnetic tray. Okay. So, B and we got B and L there. So, we should be good with everything we need. F to F, that makes sense. Okay, the purple is going to go to this one then. So that yellow one needs to go away and be replaced with the purple one. And that's cool. We can do that. That is handleable. Maybe. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.